welcome to another episode of those stateside Reds and casual Reds. Casey, I'm going to pass it over to you, my man.
Tonight's show is brought to you by 𝗈𝗴𝗍𝙍, Minuchin and Shat Gideon, one of the finest law firms in Southern California. They have a new address. I haven't learned it yet, but I will. But you still can reach them at 747-444-444. Ask for 𝗕𝙊𝙍𝙀, David, Shushan, Hike, who's the man who beat the government. He beat the Fed, so he's a baller. If he takes your case, you must be in trouble. Anyway, BMS is what they call. You got investigators, you got people to track people down, you got paralegals, you got it all. They're there for you to take your case. There's a good chance they're gonna win because they got like a 97% success rate. BMS, they're a sponsor of the show. Make sure if you contact them, tell them you heard it from us because that helps everything. It helps us get new socks and all that type of stuff. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, proud to be part of BMS. Proud to have them fully back in the show. So let's get it going. This is another one of those Casual Red shows. I got my guy Sean. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
You're
like
lying because you're not a supporter. You're not doing good. You're a liar.
Oh, man. You said it before the show, man.
They really can't. And I got my guy representing the ATL, Big Mikey. How you doing, brother? Love y'all shows, man. I'm telling you, it's my favorite show on the damn internet. You two gentlemen.
I appreciate that, man. I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. I lost 20 pounds last month, and I'm doing great.
Wow, that's good. Got my other Southern brethren representing Trinity. Where the parties are always active. My guy Ronaldo, what's going on?
Maintaining, man. Maintaining as a Manc and maintaining as a Trini. Us Trinis are not well. Well, the Trinis living abroad. We need to be home right now, whining on our bumper. But such is life.
Such is life. And one representing the West Coast with me is my guy Germ. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Missed you last week.
Hey, man, it's good to be back over here to vent out all our frustration tonight on our United. We wish we can bring good news, but it feels like it just keeps on compounding day in and day out. But hey, what's up to everyone out here, man?
Well, woke up this morning and everybody's in a buzz. There's a lot of things to talk about today. We're going to get into Kobe wants money. The protest is ramping up. One thing I want you guys to explain to me, I don't understand losing your season tickets because you don't go to a match. I've never heard anything like that. It's blowing my mind. And then the first thing then we're gonna get into player exit prices. Those have been stated. But let's get the elephant out of the room. Manchester United got eliminated from the FA Cup by Fullerton. That's a city in California, by the way. Fulham. This hasn't happened since 1908. I don't know if it matters. A lot of people threw that in my face. I had Liverpool tell me you haven't lost to Fulham since 1908. I said, who gives a fuck, really?
Why do you
I don't
know
care.
that? Why do you know that?
Why would you? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
They said it on the show. He was watching at home. He probably heard it all past.
That's what it was.
As a Liverpool fan, what show?
Like on the match, after the match, they on
the ESPN Plus. I'm pretty sure it was the gentleman who played for Chelsea, who's a fan of us on that show, probably brought it up.
Just imagine being a fan of another team, remembering these kind of useless stats.
Is it us? Because I don't do that.
I don't do that.
I really don't do that as a United supporter. I'm really
not concerned. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you the last time Liverpool lost to anybody. I couldn't tell you.
Like Plymouth Argyle?
Yeah, that's facts.
That was recent. I felt like that feels recent.
You're out. We're out.
We got exit from the FA Cup. I know a few of us. That's actually Bandito always says it to me. That's my favorite tournament. It is. I love the FA Cup. I just love the nostalgia of it. I love that it's the oldest cup tournament in the world. I love that we were the defending champions, but realistically, we didn't have a team to win it. I thought I don't know. I know I'm speaking out of turn here, but I'm just going to get it out of the way. I thought that I don't say we did better than we thought. I thought we would have, but we had a chance. I questioned some of Amarin's choices for the penalty kicks, but it's neither here or there. We're knocked out. I know how Mikey feels about it. I know how Sean feels about it. So Ronaldo, you tell me your thoughts on what went on in the FA Cup, our exit.
Another dross performance, man. Like when last we played some good ball. Like we're dying. We're dying to actually see us, string some passes together, get some shots on target, have a striker impose himself. These things aren't happening, and another lousy performance. Bruno once again, the problem. Scoring a great goal. That was a great goal.
Very good goal.
Very good goal. Quality goal. Quality player.
Facts.
And Fulham didn't have their best day again, but that's not really our problem. Our problem is, we can't have better days. We can't string good performances together, and people stray away from the players not pulling their weight, and you get these complaints about people saying, how is he a good manager if he needs a whole complete squad? Why can't he do anything with these players? What manager has?
Yeah, people seem to forget that fun fact right there. This is nothing new. This is not like a winning squad that he inherited. This is not Liverpool, and I hate to bring them up. Yeah, their coach is flying, but he inherited a squad that was veterans, winners, and fully intact. This is not what Amron inherited. He inherited a squad that didn't play well for the gentleman who put them together. So now you bring him in and say, run these tactics. We want you because you're dedicated to your tactics. How do you fit these kids in here? And it doesn't work. We got a bunch of overpriced players who are beyond their years. We got a bunch of injury guys who are basically chilling with their boys at Chelsea. It's not a great situation for anyone to say Amarin is not living up to expectations. Like I said, told Mikey, those people do not understand football and they're swayed by the media. But anyway, Germ, tell me your thoughts on the match.
Same thing. Another, you could say, somewhat lackluster performance, inconsistent. But man, was I wrong about Obi? I was thinking more so of like ease him in, don't play him so much. But once I saw him out there, you start seeing that potential that he has. I'm gonna take more so that the bright spots that we saw out of him. Yeah, he didn't score, granted, but we can see what somewhat of a proper striker looks like. He's so young. Obviously, you want to temper expectations, but just seeing the difference between him and Rasmus, the way he's able to position himself within the box and just within the game, that's a bright side to see, as well as 𝗕𝗏 as well. He was solid defensively, but again, nothing we can really offer up front in terms of service to our strikers. Somewhat with Ericsson, but then Garnacho, he tried to do his thing, but once again, we see the same thing. He's not able to put the ball in the net. Granted, he was an attacking threat, but at the same part, very inconsistent, very unfortunate. I really wanted us to go much further in this cup, but the chips fell where they may, man. Very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Yeah, it is disappointing. It's a tough one to swallow. We both of you guys mentioned. Oh God, yes. Forgive me.
Sorry.
Pause.
Will we start the show?
You know what's the worst part about it? I'm flowing and I'm talking. I just hear, oh God. I just hear Mikey. And it kills me because I know what happened.
I'm
and
a child. I'm sorry.
Back. I play it back in my head, and then I just feel like everybody in the apartment complex is looking at me like, oh my God. That's terrible. That's so foul. But anyway, tough one to take. Is that a pause?
Could be.
Borderline. But anyway, let's talk about OB versus Rasmus. People got on OB because they said he created 3 chances, but he didn't score. And this is for everybody to chime in. He's created more for himself than Rasmus has done in about 20 games. And listen, I don't want to say OB's ready, but Rasmus, just on eyeball test, he does not even fit the bill. I don't know what happened to him. It seems like since the moment Sean and I said he's going to score 20 goals next season, he has fallen off a cliff so crazy. And me and Sean we were like, yeah, watch. You know what I'm saying? We was in a corner like Wu-Tang. It's about to go down. I just don't see it happening. I feel like, they put up a stat about Rasmus running into the running. He's one of the best at making runs, but he's one of the worst at making runs in the box. How does that happen? Anybody want to chime in about the Rasmus Kobe comparison off the eyeball test?
I think it's too much of a small sample size and it's a little harmful. I don't want to spread that. I don't want to be responsible for spreading that narrative, right?
What's the narrative you think I'm spreading?
The narrative is like one's a better player than the other, right? And like the sample size is way too small to determine that. Like we've seen this kid for really like how many minutes, right? Maybe 60 minutes of play in total, maybe 50 or 60 odd minutes. Whereas Rasmus has 16 goals last season. He has 7 goals.
Let me ask you this then, my friend. When we saw Rasmus come onto the scene, did he seem like someone who was attacking the box?
Yeah, I mean, he was running after balls and he got onto the end of pause. He got onto the end of a lot of good stuff. He put the ball in. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? He's also a senior player for multiple teams, right? Whereas like Obi hasn't scored yet. So I don't want to put that pressure on Obi.
No.
By saying, oh, well, I think, or people, I just want to give them both time to give Rasmus time to reclaim his form, because I still think there's time to reclaim it. I don't know what the problem is, but I still think he still has the rest of the Premier League season to figure it out. And he normally scores in Europe. He scored a bunch of times in Europe. So I want to do that. But also, keep the expectation down for Obi, because people were mad at him that he didn't score. And I'm just like, bruh, half you man couldn't score in a brothel. So I don't know what this big expectation's about.
I'm actually shocked that you're the one coming to the defense of Rasmus, but I'm here for it. I'm not.
Why is that shocking to you?
Huh?
Why is that shocking to you?
Because you are the one that said that you basically were going against Sean and I, saying that you don't see it, and you didn't think he was going to be the one to be able to basically live up to what Sean and I were saying.
Yeah, because
20 goals
20 goals is insane. Look who has 20 goals in the season right now, right? Look who has it. Look who has that many goals. The top guys in the game have 20 goals. You guys were saying that about a kid that's 23 years old, 22 years old, and thinking he's going to get.
He scored 16 last year.
Yeah, no, I said 20 goals in the Premier League, right? 20 goals in the Premier League is insane. Like, that's insane. Only the top of the top get that, and he's not nowhere next to it. So to even utter that was crazy. That's why I went against it. But do I think he can get goals? Yes, 100%. It won't be 20 in the Premiership, but he can get another 16 in all competitions. Another 20 in all. I'll take that. I'll take it. He has to do better in the league, though, if we want to win it. But I still think there's a player there to be had. I don't want to give up on him yet and like start pushing Obi to the front. But Obi does need to play a little more. I need to see him a lot more. But I just think the sample size is too small.
And I'm not trying to, gentlemen, I am not trying to say let's go with Obi for the rest of the season. I'm just saying, when you see styles of play, it just seems, I don't know what happened to Rasmus. He went from a guy who we thought there was a potential to be a mainline player, but now he's went 18 games with no goals, and out of that, 18 games where he's had no shots. Is that all service or is that positioning? Anybody?
It's a bit of everything.
At all. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's a bit of everything. I think the heaviest thing for him right now is his confidence. It's dead right now. Flatline confidence. He can't do anything right. Can't drop a ball right. Stay posting up. Can't pass right. Can't get a shot off. Can't get in a position to get a shot or get a pass. It's like everything's going wrong for him, and I don't know. Maybe a break, maybe in the Prem might do him some good just to clear his head and motivate him a little bit. Shake him up. But at the same time, you feel like you got to keep running him back out there to get in some kind of groove. Especially Thursday night. Especially Thursday night.
What are your options?
Yeah, exactly. That's the next thing. We don't have many options. It's 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀. It's
𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙀's out there with them
and
already
Erasmus.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Because 𝗕𝗈's not here anymore. Once again, happy Ramadan Mubarak to all our friends who follow the show and who love the Muslim.
I noticed they took a water break for that.
You're muted, Ronaldo.
John, any thoughts on the Rasmus conundrum? And is it too much to ask of playing Obi more? I think Obi's shown enough to play good minutes, but I'm still don't want to start him. Is that weird for me to say that?
Yeah, I agree. Thursday, obviously, Rasmus. Saturday, again, I would probably swap something. Maybe put 𝙈𝙍𝙀 up front and bring Obi on. I don't think starting him, as much as I really want, more I think about it, it's just not me a wise thing to put him right now, because you put him on and it's going to be even
God. Jesus.
Yeah, so for me, that's just where I'm at with it. I just think we need to right now. Rasmus though, shit, I can't even get the back end of the barn. So, but is it? Me and Mikey touched on it last night. Obviously, these players have been told who is going and who's staying. Has he been told he's going? I've watched a lot of popular YouTube channels out there today, and a lot of them are saying there's going to be some surprises this summer that some of our favorite players are going. So is Rasmus one of those players that could possibly going?
I got to see it.
I want to piggyback off that topic about players being told they're going. I and forgive me, I looked for it. All I heard is he said that players that were harmful to the program or to the club were going to be told to leave. I don't know if he sat down and specifically told players. I don't know.
Well, he said it on Sunday, and in his interview, he said on Sunday, he said players not pretty much know whether they're going or staying.
Ooh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, that's what me and Mikey.
I'm backing you, Mikey. That's crazy because mentally, guys will check out.
Just imagine. I'm coming down. What? You went to Ohio University, right?
Yeah.
It's 1973. You're in the locker room of Ohio State University, and I say, Casey Gale, you son of a bitch, you're not gonna play for this. I'm yanking your scholarship. You're gonna go back to back to Jamaica. You can't play in this team. You can't play kicker for this team anymore. And it's week 1 of the season. That's only going to do 2 things to you. It's either going to turn you up, and you go kick the most field goals in Ohio University history. I know you weren't a kicker. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I'm with it. You're good. It's okay. No, everybody don't know that.
Right. Or you're gonna capitulate mentally. And a lot of these guys are kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys are kids.
Great point.
Great point. They're kids and they live in this social media era. I hate saying things like that because it just makes me sound so old, but it's archaic rather. But they live in this era where they need reinforcement, right? Which I'm not opposed to. But it's gonna do one of those 2 things. And the last thing I need right now, when we're about to face Sociedad on Thursday, and we need to need this for our money. We need this. We need players that are motivated, that we're gonna run through a brick wall. Is telling guys they ain't gonna be here. I don't need that.
I got something to say about that one too.
Go ahead, Jerm.
I mean, everyone's gonna react. Anyone at any job, they were like Mikey said yesterday. If they were to tell me that, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I got to get my my affairs in order because I gotta hit another company. But we can't go even so far back. Even grown men. I mean, we saw with, not to shine light on a different sport, like even Kevin Durant, he reacted in a way that he was pissed when he found out like management or ownership were trying to trade him. And that guy's a veteran player in his profession, let alone these guys that are young guys coming up trying to make a name for themselves in the world of football. They're gonna react a certain way, like you said, either negatively or positively. And for them, most of the time, they're filled with so much information, like you said, Mikey, with social media. Most of the time, I believe they're going to capitulate and just like they're just going to turn it off. They're just going to turn off the coach and just find a way to get out of there. I mean, we see it with Jadon Sancho. We saw the way he went once they told him you're not part of the plans. We saw it right now with Rashford too. He's not part of the plans. So we're seeing it with these big names, the way they reacted. Now, I mean, we don't know. We're just speculating about what the way these guys are going to react.
Let me get to some of these chats real quick.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Hopefully we get him back. Let me get to some of these chats real quick. So we got a lot. Forgive me, Michael. Is it Orioste? Forgive me. Good evening, gents. Where do we start? Start with Onana. Piss poor performance. We have strikers. Difficult to watch on and off the field. Yeah, he had poles and better opportunities. Rasmus couldn't hit a target as big as the ocean. Jordan Long, it's a major drop off from Hoyland. Give Obi chances. No reason in my mind not to. I agree with that. We just need Obi to keep playing and get more experience. I agree with that. Potentially unpopular opinion by Zumbi 2000. This season's a wash. Play the kids and play the kids and start planning the outgoing and incoming players for next season. I said nothing unpopular about that. That might actually be the majority opinion. Yeah. The United WhatsApp I'm in was not with me on that one. I said they are high, had to be. Ramadan Kareem to all who celebrate. Yes, once again, shouts to all my Muslim cats in the building and that celebrate. Hopefully you're eating now. I know it's tough. I was in that boat at one point in time. The summer, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
The summer window is going to be a roller coaster, says Jordan Long. Sanjeev, time to watch a new sport till the end of the season. Formula One is back. Formula One's not a sport, brother. And Jordan Long points upward, agreeing with the Formula One, and he's also wrong. It's not a sport.
Wow, that's deep.
We watch
Don't
United.
tell my mom that.
Jonathan Thompson says, "Give Ďuričan time and back who he needs." My boy, a Liverpool fan, is in. I'm on live on Instagram, and he says, "Y'all have favorite players in this team? Everybody going except for 5 of them." So this guy he's a good friend of mine. He's a Liverpool guy, and he's always telling me what we could do to improve. And I'm sick of him talking down to us.
Let's see if he's talking down next year when Salah, Brent, and Virgin possibly leave, and we find out that your coach is really just a crook, and he's living on the back of Klopp's team. So
I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good coach.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Sean.
He sets them up very well.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just messing, but like I gotta get a little.
I hear what you're saying,
He
Sean.
gives me a lot of shit. He gives me a lot of shit, but I hate being looked at as like a charity case.
One time leads to another, guys. You gotta endure.
Yeah. I'm making this list this weekend. Stay out and thank you for your service being the categories. Okay. Gotta give Ďuričan time and back who he needs, Jonathan Thompson. I tell the truth, you just think it's hate. Ollie in. Wow.
Who said that?
Jonathan Thompson, the slot machine. It's Westside. Okay, that's Westside. What's up, Westside? That's the same guy. It's the same guy.
There's a
he
poll
jumped
that
on
came
YouTube
out
is
today.
all now.
What the fuck is going on?
You're good. So what's the next? What we talking about now?
I feel like I'm laughing.
What's wrong, Casey?
No, I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm on the Matrix. There was a poll that came out saying that 76% of United supporters still back Ďuričan. Is that good or better than what you thought it would be?
Who did they give that poll to? His staff?
I don't know because I wasn't part of it.
I didn't get an email.
I feel left out. Don't you feel left out? I read it. I saw it today, and I was like, "Well, damn."
Probably a Twitter poll. We too old for that.
It was actually Sky Sports, so you know that's jaded.
Yeah,
Okay.
some shit with that.
Today, I was watching.
Oh shoot.
He's gonna. We'll fix it. You know, we can put some money towards these internet. That's fine.
Now he's upside down.
No. I was going to touch on back. We'll touch on the Glazers protest real quick. We got a big protest going over Easter on Sunday. Looking like we're going to have a protest, even though it's big, but we're looking like we're going to have a protest over here in New York. Yeah, both ends, especially over here with the sponsors. That's going to be a big deal. So hopefully New York and New Jersey pictures, so we can get it on the 1958 website.
There's some video too. Yeah.
They're going to put it on their website, so that'll be good for them. It looks like quick we'll promote R1. It looks like 1958 won't be on Thursday, but looks more likely for next week. So have yes Thursday that one. I'm not sure whether it'll be a kind of taped episode, kind of Casey, or whether it'll be a live one. But either way, it'll be pretty good. The 1958.
That's a good question.
Yeah, either way, it'll still be a good video.
We should tape it.
Either
Yeah.
way,
It don't have to be a live show. It could be just a show.
I'd love to be a live show, but with the 5 hours of them being ahead and we're using it doing at 8 o'clock, it's gonna be difficult to do. Sanji saying Ollie's front line was way better than this one. I don't care, man. Like I really don't care. Ollie was never gonna win.
Mourinho's front line was better than this one.
Ollie was never gonna win Man United the Premier League. He just wasn't. Sorry, like just get off the Ollie train.
No, it's not an argument. He's just stating a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah, there's no argument. It's just these people keep coming out and they want Ollie back. Wow, why? Because he won 5 games over. Like he was never going to win Man United the Premier League. Sorry, he just wasn't.
6 games, 13 goals.
Yeah, they gave up. They gave up on Ollie too. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep, they did give up on him. They down.
And we can't say they didn't back him because he got everything.
He even got things he didn't want, like Van de Beek and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. But at the end of the day, yeah, he came second. But let's get he was also one. Man City when he did. I'm not one to look in the past anymore. Like I'll look at the Fergie era as like something that was I'm grateful for. I'm never gonna sit here and say I want Fergie back. You know what I mean? So I just crap. If anything, I would rather give David.
Nah, you bugging with that one, man.
Hell no.
It's gonna be Jose first, then Fergie for me.
I'm giving Ollie the shot again. Ollie knew how to get those guys up.
Hey,
we went on like a 20-game run.
Yeah, but he couldn't win a title. he couldn't win a final either. He lost every final he was in.
Nobody's been able to really win anything except for ETH and Mourinho. I'll give it to Mourinho before I give it to David Moyes. David Moyes hasn't won anything in his career.
Yeah, but like the only reason I'd rather give him another shot is because he didn't even last the full year. He was also given a really, really bad Man United. So and was promised players he would never delivered on, and ended up with Fellaini, and then wondered why he got fired. I'm not saying Fellaini was a bad player. I'm just saying you're only given Fellaini in the summer a team that was aging. Robin van Persie was out for half that too. It was a little, he was in a difficult.
He's been on other teams and done nothing. So
it's good.
He'll do nothing with this Everton team. Nothing.
Oh, you don't think so?
Oh, they're not financially set up to buy big players. They can't really buy big players right now. They have a new stadium, but
they got brought out. They can buy.
No, they can't buy. They can't buy big players. Well,
that's
what I said. That's what I said.
They have more money than we do.
Okay, that's a moot point. That point is neither here nor there. What I said was they can't buy big players. They can't. They're in that little mid-table. What would I call it? The place between heaven and hell. purgatory. They're in a mid-table purgatory like Aston Villa and West Ham and all of them, like we are now, right? Aston Villa has shown that they're willing to spend cash and they're willing to, they have an actual manager that's won things, whereas David Moyes has won nothing
We can
in
move on.
20 years.
Casey, it looks like you're back. Maybe I'm not sure. You're back. You're back live, but you're if you can, you want to talk about your trip on Thursday?
No,
got no sound.
You're muted.
He's got.
I can't hear you, man.
And
Well, Casey's going to Manchester on Thursday. We're gonna see if he's gonna join in the protest or not. It's up to him. He doesn't get a chance to go to Manchester often. So if he wants to watch the game and stay in, I'm not against that. Or if he wants to go and protest, I'm for that. I would rather him do that. But if he wants to stay and watch the game, God bless him. I'm not hating on none of that. What do you guys think? That's a tough ask.
Yep, that is a tough ask. I've never been so myself. So me being in that position, that would be very difficult for me to say. I paid all that money to go out there and say I'm gonna stay out.
I hate technology. I'm the dude the first time I went golfing, I was so mad that I was hitting the ball in the water, so I put my cell phone on the tee and smacked it down the fairway. I said, I can hit my phone, and everybody's like, "You're insane. Why would you do that to your phone?"
The damn thing isn't, the little flag isn't enough. Right?
So anyway, yeah, I'm going to Manny. Of course, I'm linked up with some casual type gentlemen. And it's my first time at Trafford, but I'm thinking in the back of my head I'm going to see Real Sociedad, so I'm definitely going to be part of the protest. I'm definitely going to document it. I just don't see how I could really enjoy the match knowing that there's people protesting and there's a cause that I truly believe in. So I don't know how everybody in my group is going, because it's going to be about 8 of us, maybe 9. I'm the one in the chat group saying, so we protesting? What's up? And it hasn't been a wave of response. I don't know why everybody, I don't know. I know I'm going to be out there for the protest. I don't know if it's something where, and I know this is going to come off kind of wrong for me to say, I don't know if I can go into the game later. I don't know. I've never protested anything before in my life, so I don't know if it's something that's all day.
So when I was there and they protested the game. Everyone stands outside. Game starts, it kind of goes away. Everyone goes in. You'll be fine to go do both.
I think I would love for us to protest before the game. Everybody go in the stadium and we don't leave the stadium for 7 hours, and just make them pay all the stewardess extra money. And that way Sky Sports always has to go back to the stadium and say, I don't know what's going on, but the United supporters are still here. All 70-some thousand are still here. They're protesting the Glazers, and they've been here for 3 hours. I think that's another way to get attention. So I don't know if that's something we could do. If we could protest and cost the Glazers and money, because they got to pay everybody there and security to still be there, that's a great job I think we could do. It's harder to get people to shut down the game than to get people to leave the game. Once everybody's in there and you say, don't leave, nobody leave for 3 hours, we'll get noticed. So I plan to stay there extra, so you might see me thrown out and beat up, but I'm going to be up there going like this. I'll be the only one.
All right, this is England now.
To go out to Manny.
Yeah.
This is England now,
What
Casey. This is
Watch out, there ain't no free speech.
This is England now, so just know where you at.
Right.
Real quick, Casey, I forgot to say, you get your UK visa.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's a new thing this year. You have to get a visa to go to the UK now.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't even know that, John.
I got it on the app. I got a
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Extra.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. I just wanted to make sure you did it, because it's new this year that you have to get a visa now to go to the UK.
So
My
sweet.
wife
Yeah, I
doesn't,
did. I
but
did that.
yeah, I just want to make
Gotcha.
sure
My
you got
whole
your
thing
visa.
is my whole thing I'm asking everybody right now is what do I need to do to my cell phone to keep the service going?
It'll be fine. It'll just turn over to whatever services in your area.
Casey, stay on after our help.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never
But
had to.
T-Mobile said they're supposed to be on the World
T-Mobile will
Wide
be
Web.
fine. T-Mobile will be fine. I have T-Mobile. It'll just switch over to whatever's adjacent, whatever family company is over there.
Yeah, but then you got like I
Cost me $0. Cost me $0. It does it. It has a partner company over there. It's just gonna switch it
T-Mobile?
over. T-Mobile.
Well, I'm gonna call them tomorrow and see what the deal is.
As soon as you
But
land, it's
I'm
gonna say,
super.
"Thank you for entering the United Kingdom." He's gonna send you that text, and it's gonna like, "This is blah 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 blah," and this is what's gonna. But you're not gonna get 5G. That's not gonna happen. You'll have
I'm
like
cool.
4G and
I don't
3G.
plan to be on there that much anyway.
Yeah.
I'm excited to know. The people I'm going with are highly organized. They got everything broke down to like each hour. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
They treating you out there like
I
JD
don't-
Sancho, making sure you're at each spot at each time, Casey?
Man, it's crazy because I'm telling myself if I was supposed to be in charge, I'd be like, listen, we land in here, Uber's picking up here, we going to the crib here, and after that, y'all figure it out. But these fools got it broken down to each hour. Armani's itinerary is incredible. I was like, golly, my life's a mess. I can't believe how much you're organized. So there's gonna be a bunch of us.
Get that video,
We're
man.
gonna do the tour. We're gonna do the tour. And I'm really excited. I'm excited. I don't know why I'm more excited to see Sociedad. I don't know why. I don't know. I just want to see a Europa, a different country come in there. And I know I'm not expecting much, but hopefully he plays some youth and we get shocked. You know, I would love to beat Arsenal. I would love to see us beat Arsenal. But other than that, it is what it is. I gotta make the trip before they tear down Trafford.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool, yeah.
But
anybody
you know,
else?
I just wish the overall mood was better with the club. You know, it just feels like the club's in a bad state right now. And then I mean, you guys have been out there and it was happier times, but right now it's just like a cloud over there, and it's, you know, I don't like to know that people are losing their jobs and I'm coming in there like this yank, just hey, how you doing? You know, people are like, you gonna go buy jerseys out there? I'm like, why? I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm. You know, it just enjoy it. That's all that matters. Proud over United. But the fact that you're going to Old Trafford, getting to see Man United, always want to do. So,
Hey, Casey, there's some beautiful birds in Manchester, boy. I'll
I
tell you.
know.
I'm
I know they're
telling you.
thick too.
You know
They're
what I'm
thick.
saying?
They're well thick.
They're
They're well
voluptuous.
fit.
Eating up fish and
They're
chips
so
and
fit.
mushy peas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they get carbs in them. I love that.
You know?
Woo!
Woo!
It ain't like LA where they full of plaster.
It's
Just
real.
don't
if you
post
go
what
there.
you eat over
Back to
there.
the football though, I want to talk to you guys about Bruno and Roy Keane being right.
And Kobe.
Oh yeah, let's get into Kobe. Let's talk about Kobe. So today it came out Kobe's representatives, and I don't like this. Kobe's representative says that he's looking for 180 grand a week. I don't know why this got leaked. If this was something his representatives introduced to the club, I'm kind of leery about that. I think if it went from the representatives to the club, why we're hearing about it? Because you're actually making
Facts.
Kobe in a bad situation. Because now the fans are saying he's being ungrateful, he's wanting too much, sell him. So now you're putting in a situation where Kobe is either going to be like, that's what I want, and the fans will be upset with him, or he's going to be like,
It's nonsense.
well, I don't want everybody thinking I'm crazy. Then just give me 100. This is personal business. It should not be released. This is negotiations. It should not be released. You know? So I'm a little bit leery about even talking about it, but I just feel like it's kind of a sneaky move. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I know many people voiced their opinion saying Kobe does not deserve that money.
No, let me
Tasty. The
let
same
me
people.
your miles on 30 grand. I ain't make.
When will that money be for? That's the first question. When will that contract be for? Because he's already just signed a new contract.
Right.
Okay, so when you negotiate, you ask for something. You say, hey, I want X amount of dollars because this is what the market is dictating, right? His market indication is, hey, I'm an England regular. We got England regulars on this team. And I can't, this is me speculating this part. There's a bunch of guys on this team that y'all hate that make way more money than I do. I need to be making just about the same or something close to. Now, do I think it's a lot of money? 100%. It is a lot of money. But when you want something, you ask for it, and then you figure out where you can lay in between there. So 180 isn't the final evaluation. You have to ask for it. That's a part of negotiation.
Shock value.
Everybody's up in arms like he shouldn't be asking for that. What should he ask for then? Because you should be asking for more money if you feel you're worth it. I'm looking around and I'm seeing Mason Mount bum ass getting 220. Casemiro getting this amount. Bruno rightfully deserves his amount. All these players getting all this amount of money more than me, and I'm being called a generational talent. Y'all calling me the future and all this other stuff. You're going to pay. We're going to start at 180, and it's going to come down, and we're going to figure it out. It might end up being 145 when it's all said and done. And I think that's a fair wage, but you're going to pay. This game is short. You have to you're talking about paying. You don't have college education. You don't have any skills besides this. And this next 10 years or whatever, so it's supposed to fund the rest of your life, right? So you're trying to get everything you can as you can. So go get your money, bro. You might not get it here, but go get your money. And everybody that's crying about it and saying you have to ask, a closed mouth don't get fed.
That's exactly my
Jeremy.
sentiment too, right there, man. Go tell those same people to go to their job and tell them, and for someone to tell them, you know what, I don't think you're worth this wage. They're gonna react the same way. Come on, man. Everyone, I'm not gonna be here telling someone don't get your money, you're not worth this or that. Granted, it might be a lot for the club, but just like Mikey said, go ask. You gotta go get what you're worth for. I mean, they have such these athletes only have so much of a finite time for them to be able to cash in on as much as they can. As much as we love to play for the glory for the playing football, but these guys gotta get fed. They have to pay their families. They're trying to have generational wealth, so they gotta get what's theirs. And just like you were saying, if he's a top performer, I'm gonna want to be compensated like a top performer. And given his youth and his trajectory, I'm all for it, man. He has to go negotiate his new salary.
My problem with it is he hasn't here, has
He's been injured.
he?
That's not the argument. The argument
Yeah.
is this is for a future contract. So of course he
No,
has to
I get
pay
it,
for
but like you can't ask for a future contract. You just signed a contract. You're here until 2029.
That's how negotiations work in sport. You have to ask
No,
and say,
I
"Hey, this is
get
what it
what you
is."
mean, but he just signed it last year.
That's not just signing it. That's you still got to ask for it. That's how it starts. You start off with your amount, and if you play into it, now you get more.
No, I get it, but I don't think he's gonna get it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's another thing. That's a whole other thing. But you gotta ask. You have to. You have to say
I
it.
appreciate what you're saying. Like, you gotta ask, and trust me, I do appreciate that. For me, though, just signed a new contract. You haven't performed this year. Yes, you've been injured, but even when you have played, you haven't really performed. And at the end of the day, you're now asking for over 100 grand a year pay raise when you're coming off a year where you haven't performed, and also you're also contracted with us in 29. I'm a business owner, especially Ineos right now, who are firing people. I'm going to sit there and say, no, we'll look at it in 2 years' time, but you ain't getting it. And if it ends up with him leaving, ends up with him leaving. We can't have that mentality here. That's what we're trying to get rid of. Like, I'm more than happy for Manu to leave. I'm more happy for Garnacho to leave if it brings in a new culture, a new era of Man United players where we get rid of this crap bad player power. Player power. That's the player power, like in a sense. So for me, if you don't want to stay at Man United and you were in a Man United kit when you were a little kid, find a contract, you could have waited an extra year. contract wasn't up next year.
I hear what
know
you're saying, Sean.
Ronaldo's trying to say something. Ronaldo, I think you're still muted.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ronaldo.
Yeah,
He's
you're still muted.
Yeah, still muted. I hear what you're saying, Sean, about that, but given the fact that these guys, like you mentioned, Garnacho and 𝗦𝗶𝗴, these guys shouldn't even be starters. These guys, the front office invested in guys that have been flops. Jadon Sancho, Anthony were supposed to be the guys up front.
Yeah.
What happened? They flopped. Who had to come in? Garnacho. These guys in the midfield were like what? Casemiro, then Eriksen. These guys are supposed to be the guys up in the midfield. They haven't been panned out. Who had to come in and step in? 𝗦𝗶𝗴. So these youth guys have come in and seen these other guys that you guys paid big wages that have been flops here, but you're still having to give them these big wages. I'm coming here. I want to be compensated for maybe not that same amount, but a bigger wage that I believe I should be
4
worth.
years. In 4 years' time, I'm not even saying now. I'm just saying the thing. That's the thing. The thing is like you have to say it in order, and then you play into it. You bet on yourself. So here's the other thing. If we're gonna cry about a guy asking for 180, what are we gonna do when we need to sign our generational striker in 𝗕𝙊𝙍 or 𝗕𝗫 that we have? He's gonna want more than that. He's gonna want more than that. And they both are two guys that's never played in this league before. So we're paying them on potential at that point, on their past. So there's two guys that, well, 𝗕𝗫 has played in the league before and he flopped. That's why he's in Portugal now. But like, he'll be coming back to a league that he failed in, essentially. So like, are we gonna do that for everybody? We gotta pay 220, and if that's the case, we're never gonna get any players. We have to spend. The difference is we've spent badly in so many places, so we're gonna eventually spend if we need to get top quality talent. There's gonna now, like I said, 𝗦𝗶𝗴 might not be the guy that gets that amount, but what are we gonna do that for the next guy or the next guy?
For me, I'm
Well,
going to read a comment real quick. BMT United, and thank you for the comment. 𝗦𝗶𝗴 hasn't earned that level yet, but I agree he needs a raise. I agree. I would give him a pay raise.
That's not what he's saying, though. That's not the argument. The argument is after 2029, that's the money I want.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think he deserves a pay raise now. Because what's he on? 20 grand a week? I think he deserves a pay raise now.
His new deal is for like 80 or 100. His new deal is for like, his new deal that his first deal was 20. The new deal he's on is more money. I think it's like 85 or so odd or whatever. And he's saying I want another 100 to put with that, which I'm saying it's crazy, but you have to play into it, and that's what the deal's for. It's for the future deal after this one, like how Bruno keeps getting an extension after that. This is the market value right here I'm trying to set, but he has to play for that, and I think he knows that.
It just feels bad right now for him this argument to be coming up because the way the state of the club is. Kobe's been around the club for years. He's seen people he's seen every day getting fired, getting let go. For these numbers to come up right now, it just comes off a little bit out of touch, I think. So that's the big problem with it.
Work. That's what I think it is. For anybody
I understand you're saying he might want that down the road, but it's coming off like he wants that now. You know what I'm saying?
But that's incorrect, is what I'm saying. Like, that is incorrect. So if you're mad about it, you're mad about incorrectness. You're not mad about the actual fact. The fact of the matter is he's saying that if he even is saying that, because we don't know if that's true or not.
Right.
But if he is saying that, it's not for now. It's for whenever I need to come back to the table for a contract and I need to play into it, which is understood. I'm like, I don't think people are understanding the actual contract ask. And it's not bad to ask for that money. It's just not. And it's not a crazy amount of money if he does well. If he doesn't do well, he won't get the money and it'll be fine. But this whole thing about player power and all this other shit, no, ask for your money and then play into it and bet on yourself. That's how it works.
Ask for his money after 2029.
No, you don't wait until the time.
I was wrong. Until 2027, and he's on 20 grand a week.
You don't wait.
Yeah, he should get a raise.
You don't wait until
it's 2025 right now.
Contract. You don't wait.
Because then that gets even messier. If it's like, oh, he only has 1 year left. What's going to happen with 𝗦𝗶𝗴? You try to settle that beforehand. And guys, would we really having this conversation if we were making Champions League regularly?
No,
Our
but
budget would be
that's a different subject, really,
yeah,
isn't it? 'Cause, we're getting a lot more money.
exactly.
What did it say?
That's
Liverpool
it's
made
just the way
90
that.
million off Champions Leagues this year.
that we're
What'd you
picking.
say?
Liverpool's made 90 mil off Champions League this year. Wow, we're missing out on some dough.
Yeah, we're missing out a lot of money by not being in.
I don't know why
You're
I
still
thought
muted
Liverpool-
there. I would probably turn off your mic and then use your headset. Louder.
He's got to do it that one part when he
No, you
comes
can-
in.
you can-
So the Kobe Manu thing, it seems like another distraction. I thought it was just ill timed. I didn't even get the purpose of it. We all agree though, he's on 20 grand. I can see him getting a raise about an extra 70. Take him close to 100 maybe, but 180 we just don't even have the money for that. I mean, we have to get a lot of bums off the wage scale, and then it's tough. It's tough. I would hate to see Kobe go, and I hope it's not something that it gets to that. But I hopefully our leadership has the sense to figure this out and
They don't have the dollars, so
understand that we can't be giving away top talent, especially homegrown talent. And even though with this whatever these rules where you make money off your own players, I hate that rule. I hate that
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah, that.
I
that
was mistaken. I was mistaken. I don't know where I saw that it was at 80. I think I got that. I definitely got that wrong. But still, you still ask for the amount. I don't
No,
think that's a crazy ask.
no, and I actually, now that I got the contract, I actually agree with Aaron. Devon get that wrapped here. And the next year, if it doesn't, then you're going into his last year of a deal and start negotiating with other teams, get a higher bill. It's just the only reason for me it's like 180. You haven't. I don't think he's earned 180. I'm more than willing to say 100, and then we'll sign the contract now. 100 mil, 100,000 a week, kind of like what Lenny Euro's on, and then let's see how you progress a little bit more. And then we'll give you a new contract in 2 years on 180 if we're still going in the right direction.
Or you let him play, and you know that's the number, and you let him play, and then you talk down from there based on the play.
Yeah.
That's
I think
it. Don't even give him any money. Go
I
ahead,
think
Ronaldo.
Ahmad is on 120K. So I think that I don't think right now Kobe should be asking for any more than that. Because the simple
That's fair.
reality is we're not making any more money. We're not making 90 mil in the Champions League. So I mean, when fit, yeah, he's one of our best players, but we ain't got it right now, guys.
Yeah.
Like let's make some European football so we have some more bucks coming in, so you can get those bucks. I mean, it
Also
is
has-
what it is right now.
also
We
has-
gave Mason Mount. We gave Mason Mount the number 7 shirt and 220K.
Oh my God.
A week.
That's not an idiot
That just
decision.
sounds so painful.
That's
What-
not an idiot decision, thankfully.
Have you guys seen the list of what players, how we can
Got
their
it in front
value
of me.
to us if they leave?
Got it right in front of me.
Anything? I'm just going over the list, and if we sold anything we sold Diallo for, is all profit.
And Bruno now.
Maguire too.
Yeah, Diego. Yeah, that's interesting. Diego Diallo just went to the top of my list of somebody who needs to get sold. I thought that was interesting. Who else is a profit for us?
Ahmad, Bruno, Maguire, Shaw. Shaw.
God. Let me tell you something about Shaw today. I watched
Maynard,
the
Garnacho,
overlap, and they
Rashford.
had the ex-physiotherapist from Manchester United was there for 20 years. And
Word.
this is his quote about Luke Shaw. He said, "I've got a bottle of champagne from Luke Shaw because he was consistently late for all his rehab." He said the problem with Luke Shaw is he does not like to warm up before games.
Is he an attitude guy? Is that an attitude problem? Oh man,
sounds.
he's showing up late. That's a bad attitude.
That's a bad thing. The man said, "I got a bottle of champagne from Luke Shaw because he was consistently late to his rehab." What the
That's a
fuck is going on?
that's a blockhead. He got CTE apparently too, Casey. from from all those
That's
those
just
injuries.
unacceptable, though.
Unacceptable.
Yeah,
I-
it's
like
an expensive. There's a lot of players. Same for 38.
how?
That's the only crazy
Lord,
one
the
that we're
law.
not gonna. We're if he
Yeah.
doesn't play well in the next so often, we're not getting that money back.
We're gonna have to loan him to try to get his
Real
form up,
Sociedad
increase
to get
his
some money
value.
back.
Yeah, I think
All right,
the other
38
one
for-
is like we have to sell Onana for 28.32. That's not happening.
What?
He wants to stay.
Oh no.
He wants to stay.
Of course he does.
He'll be a guy that plays out his contract. He's gonna play out his contract. He
But-
won't care.
The only thing with me though, I think we have a tough manager now where it's like he wants to play a goal.
Gotta pay him.
I think he'll just give him Rashford. Go play with kids.
Go play in the Calling Cup. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we finally have, and that's for the time about having it camera, not how he played this year. But also, we finally got somebody in who cares more about the club rather than making. He just, no, you just, I want the club to succeed, and I don't care how long you're here, whether you're a kid, academy, 7, just not going to play here. I just don't think you're the right player to take something we've missed from time.
I didn't see Mount. Oh, there he is. Wow.
The only one I don't see,
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
you're
weird
right.
one.
Wow, Mount is 33.
I ain't going.
Nope.
Honestly, let me ask you guys a real life question. What is what would you what's the least you'll take for Luke Shaw? What would you take for Luke Shaw? Honestly, keep it 100.
A ham sandwich.
I would
5?
take 10 for him.
I'll
10.
take the canteen ladies back.
I'll take them actually having a Christmas
That's
party.
crazy. I love that.
If they can have a Christmas party this year, any team
Yeah,
can have Luke
the
Shaw.
Christmas party. How about that?
My man said, "I want the canteen ladies back
Yeah.
for
done.
Luke Shaw."
If what
That's
if what
crazy.
you said was
Put
true,
extra
I'm done
gravy
with
on my
them.
grilled fish. Extra gravy.
Yep. Extra mushy peas.
Yeah.
You leave
I'm
your mushy
telling
peas
y'all.
alone, my man. You leave mushy peas alone. I've seen some of the nasty ass shit you guys eat in this country. Don't be
Yeah.
going on.
Mushy peas is
Hey,
nasty.
something I want
Just
to
a
ask you,
pea.
Sean. You like cold pizza?
Cold pizza?
That's what you do in Pittsburgh?
No, so there's a place in there's one place in Pittsburgh. There's one which has phenomenal pizza here, but there is one place that I actually do enjoy. It's not technically pizza. What they do is they cook the dough with the sauce on it, and then they put cold toppings. It's just a different style.
And that's how you order it?
Sorry,
That's how you order it?
that's how it comes. But there's only one place that does it. It's not like, oh, everyone in Pittsburgh does it. No, it's just one place. It's actually pretty good.
Jeremy, you hearing this? You hearing this, Jeremy?
You're
Jeremy.
muted, Jeremy.
Feel the virus is passing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're
me.
muted.
It must be me. Because I got we got a legit Wi-Fi and a bootleg Wi-Fi up in here. Don't ask me why. I'm telling y'all, Diego Delone
There you go, Jay.
just became top of our list of somebody who should get sold.
All right.
Yeah, he needs to go. That's net profit.
Okay, Jeremy,
Shaw's net profit.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm here. I was just trying to say, I don't know if I'm gonna trust Sean and his food criticism. You put tuna with beans and toast. After I saw that, I
Who
don't
the
know.
fuck puts tuna with beans on toast?
No,
Don't
they
do
put
that
they
shit.
put they cut
on the
the
potato.
They cut the spud open and then put 2 bricks of butter
Just
in
because
it.
there's some idiot doing
And
it doesn't
then
mean a whole fucking
beans.
nation eats it like that.
Spud Bros. It's Spud Bros. It's like this famous place I seen in the UK.
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
That's why I was like,
But
wait.
those
Hey man,
potatoes
just
look
because
fluffy
some
though.
people like some sort of thing, it doesn't mean a whole nation likes it.
Beans,
Gotcha.
beans and tuna.
That for me, dude. That's nasty, dude.
I mean,
I
I
like
can
a
do
good
with
Sunday
the
roast.
beans and the cheese. I can do with the beans and the cheese, but once you throw that
Who
whole
the hell-
tuna on there,
Is this some famous place in England that does this?
yeah,
Yeah,
in
it's
the
called
UK,
Spud
yeah.
Bros.
Yeah, well, Spud Bros need to get their ass.
It's
closed
in
down.
Tamworth.
Yeah, I saw it. The potatoes look fluffy though. They look well cooked.
The potatoes
till they
look
put
good.
shit on it.
Once they put the beans on it, I'm out.
Beans and cheese. I don't know
Ow.
why you're not. Why you hate beans so much.
Oh, I hate beans on bread.
All right, guys. Last thing I want to talk about. I want to piss y'all off.
Oh man.
Roy Keane called Bruno imposter. Said that he's faking the press.
Bluffing.
Seems like
1
Ronaldo.
point.
Hold on.
Yeah,
So
no.
I'm gonna let you talk. He
You
said
remember?
he's
Let
faking
him
the
get
press.
So
He
in
said
the
he's
green,
not closing that. He's not closing down. He's an imposter, and he's talking about him off the ball. And I know you guys are not gonna agree where my source is.
Real quick.
Sky Sports.
Real quick. Talk about what Andy Cole said about Bruno to Rio.
Oh, I know. And I posted that. You're right. Andy Cole said Bruno and Roy are so much alike that it's crazy. He said Bruno is a throwback captain. He said Roy is no different from Bruno. They both yelled. They both complained. They both threw their arms up. He said, I would love to play with Bruno. He said, Bruno reminds me of the captains of my day. He said, the problem with Bruno today, this generation cannot handle criticism. He said, Roy would not be able to be a captain today. I'm with you, Mike. I'm glad you brought that up, Mikey, because you just shut me up.
That was damning.
Yeah, so that when I watched that, I was like, it's so funny that Roy has so many issues with Bruno when people are saying they're basically more similar than different. Isn't that weird?
Oftentimes, you give criticism to those who are just like
you're
you.
familiar with. Yeah.
Or who you
That's crazy.
expect? Who you
And
expect
either
the
you
best
hate
from
them or
as
you
well.
love them when you meet someone that's like similar to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I thought that was a very good support of Bruno. And, you know, Cole is not someone who he tells you how it is. And he was like, Bruno reminds me of captains of our era. And Rio pretty much agreed with him.
I love Roy Keane, but if we're talking about football ability, is Bruno the better footballer?
Of course. Attacking wise, yeah.
I don't
Attacking
know.
wise.
Attacking wise, yeah. But key.
They don't
key
play
is-
the same position, so I'll give
Exactly.
you that. But as far as football ability goes,
So let me throw this funky stat at y'all and tell me what you think. Bruno, when it comes to initiating the press, he's the 4th best in the Premier League. But when it comes to being successful or accomplishing the press, he's 397 out of 400. He's the worst. What does that mean?
I have no idea what that means. And I don't even, I'm not saying I don't know what it means. I'm saying, what is that stat even?
That's probably
And
what
then it
keeps
says
seeing
when
the
it
whole
comes to
team.
tracking back, he's the 4th worst in the league.
Because he's asked to play up
at the
high.
weekend, he seemed like he was back a lot. That guy was gassed.
Yeah. Facts.
I think sometimes these stats can be taken out of context. Like, when are they like recording these stats, especially in football? So, like,
Here's a stat, right? We've created the same amount of chances as who? Nottingham Forest, and they're 3rd. But people will tell you that we don't create chances. We just don't finish them. That's the difference.
Since,
But that's a one-sided stat if you don't add the part where we don't finish it.
since Bruno signed, you know,
Come on now.
Roy's saying he's terrible off the ball.
I don't get what he gets out of that. Like, listen, nobody's above criticism. We've all criticized Bruno at one stage, and I didn't like Bruno for a year. Okay, but like,
Sure didn't.
I see that he's a volume guy. He's a volume player. He needs a lot of touches. He needs a lot of passes. He needs a lot of things to go right in order for him to be effective. And he'll find a goal out of anything. So, like, leave Bruno alone, bro. Leave him alone. Because what would we be without him? Much worse.
Exactly.
It's hard to be effective when the team around you shit.
Come on
Exactly.
now. You're our
That's a
best
good
player.
point.
Bruno is a
player.
victim of circumstance. He's a victim of circumstance.
Maybe he's not good at affecting initiating the press because nobody's helping him with the press.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that either. He doesn't have support on the press. How many times have you seen Bruno run and there's nobody running with him?
And then he throws up his hands because he's like, what are we doing?
It's funny because Roy says he doesn't support Manchester United. He could care less, but he was so passionate going at Bruno. And it just made me feel weird. It's kind of cringy in a way. I was like, why is he going so hard on Bruno?
Bruno's the face.
Doesn't.
He's the face of Man United right now, and this is the worst Man United that any one of us living has ever seen. So sadly, he's gonna get just heat, and he's gonna get unjust heat. And some of what Keane spits is unjust.
Let me ask a question. Let's take prime Roy Keane and put him where Bruno had to be since 2020. A prime Roy Keane at his best, doing what Bruno's doing, would have the same fucking outcome, probably worse. Much worse.
He would have been
I
fired.
think he gets kicked out the team because he punches somebody.
Hey, that's what they want, though. That's football for some people.
That passion, baby.
It's passion.
Yeah, that don't work today. That don't work today.
Exactly.
Show me the passion after you score a goal, brother. Or finish a tackle. Go through someone. Show me that passion then. But just, stomping on somebody or whatever the hell, whatever. I don't care about that. I love Roy Keane. Love him. Legend. Stop with this punditry. Is crazy. I've been saying it for years now.
A lot of our ex-players are just, I don't know. It's like they're overcritical. They don't help the situation, and they don't go and try to. If there's an issue and if I have a problem with, if I was a United ex-player and I had a problem with something, I'll go up to Carrington and talk to the players. Be like, listen, bro, do this, work on this. Don't be sitting there in your studios and tearing them down. Rooney went after our guy Hammer. When Rooney failed at Plymouth and failed at Derby, and he ain't even
failed in the MLS.
Oh, then MLS too.
Failed in the MLS.
I mean, and I hate to talk bad about Rooney because I love him, but don't go and diss somebody and call him naive when you've not even been on that level yet, bro. Come on, man.
We're close to it.
Yeah,
but anyway, we got go ahead.
Exactly. For one more time, Rooney win shit.
Where did Keane fail at? Sunderland?
Yeah, he got Sunderland relegated.
See what I'm saying? What are we doing?
Talking too much. That's what it is.
Listen, it's okay. It's okay to give criticism. Just make sure it's like be self-aware. Be self-aware.
That's what it is.
Hot takes. Yeah.
Say the worst thing possible and then come back on it later. They all do it. That's why I don't really rate them. And I was actually kind of surprised from Wayne Rooney doing that. That's against normal because he's a good pundit. I think he's a decent pundit. It was kind of against the run of play for him to do that. But I still love all these guys as players, but as pundits, they're awful. But it seems like even if you say that, that's a problem.
It's like they talk about standards. I mean, wouldn't it be lower standards if Ruben didn't say that his goal was to win the Premier League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's every manager.
They take it out of context thinking he's going to try to win this year or next year. Of course, it's not going to happen that soon. We got so much.
Can you imagine if he said, well, listen, we have no ambition of winning the Premier League. We just want to compete and hopefully finish in the top four one time.
Well,
they would destroy him.
Well, he said they took him out of contents today. I don't know if anyone saw it, where he said like the Europa League wasn't Man United's priority. And they took it out of content, like, it's not my priority this year. Like, what is your priority? No, that's not what he was saying. He's just like, I'd love to win it, but it's not our priority. My priority is to get them winning games.
Yeah,
Like,
build a
it was just
squad. It's
completely taken
priority.
out of context. And then everyone on every social media went after him for it. And it's like, really, that's not what he meant. He said, my priority is to win games. My priority isn't to win the Europa League. Because he also knows, looking at this right now, he got no chance of winning no fucking Europa League right now.
It's a fat
Facts.
chance.
Facts.
You always got a chance,
Well,
man. You
yeah.
always got a chance. You
Find
always
out
got
on
to punch your
Thursday.
chance.
Mm-hmm.
You got to
Well,
punch your
Thursday,
chance.
PSV have
we
got a fat chance
got
winning after today's game.
we got Sociedad coming up. I don't know if we'll save that for Thursday.
Well, do you guys want to do your score predictions?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Real,
God.
real quick before we get into that, I just want to share something about these
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jim. Sorry.
These bum-ass Glazers. Just real quickly, a survey that was done by NFL players, and it was done anonymously by all NFL players across the board, and what it tells us about the Glazers. This was done feedback across different categories, including treatment of families, food, dining area, nutrition, locker room, training room, all that stuff, weight room. The Glazers ranked 27th out of 32. Some of the things that were mentioned is that the report states that players want better food quality and more variety in the cafeteria. The locker room cleanliness, saying that the locker room has a bad odor. They have bad swimming pools, saunas, and also something about there's plumbing leaks. So we see that they're used to about the leaks, right?
Mhm.
So all in all,
They're slumlords, bro.
yeah, they say that the locker room is not clean, constantly smelly, and has a persistent bug issue in the showers.
And
They
look,
also mentioned that the sauna is dirty or moldy, small, and constantly breaking down.
look. Remember
Yeah.
that one thing that came out and they were like, yo, we don't want to have a preseason tour in Tampa because we don't want Man United to see
Mm-hmm.
how good it is there.
What a load of crap that was.
That just tells you how that just
or for a split
if-
second, it is better, but it's still shit.
yeah, that's you beat me to it, Sean. You beat me to it.
Instead
Y'all
of
got
like
warm
an
water?
actual turd, it's like just a wash rag with shit on it. That's how good it is.
I wish I. That's good. Boston, whatever. There's
Is it
I
Boston
think
or
God.
New York?
He's in
Insane.
Harvard giving a speech on wealth, creating wealth. and
No,
this,
he's
that, and the
not.
other.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Yes, he
Nothing
is.
would please me more to have a ticket to that because I would have that. I would
Oh,
literally
my
have him
goodness.
walking out with it. 2
That
minutes.
would be
I wonder if they do
disruptive.
like a live stream where we could comment on the live stream.
I think Boston Reds need to go up in there and disrupt. That's what I think we should do.
We should see if we can comment on the live stream from Harvard and just come bombard it with some bullshit.
Oh,
Somebody
some
can
real
get in
shit.
there and go live.
Does Harvard like interviewing slumlords now? Is this what it is? Is this advanced Ivy League learning?
Oh no, you know half of their boosters is a bunch of slumlords and ex-slavers,
Mm-hmm.
robber barons.
Oh wow, that's deep.
Yep.
Like they're
That's
taking the
deep.
playbook out of the old Donner Sterling book. Huh?
That's the elite class right there. Matter of fact, I didn't say any of this.
Yeah, you talking about some what do they call the secret societies now?
Yeah, man. Now, listen, I didn't say. Matter of fact,
All right, let's do
I'm in
predictions.
support of all of you guys. I didn't say any of this. That's them.
Let's do predictions for Real Sociedad, and I'll probably be watching it on the plane if it's possible. Probably not.
Real quick. Isn't it nice to go, 14 minutes over the hour? You know what I'm saying? Back then we couldn't do that.
Oh Lord,
Hey,
I didn't even notice it till now.
that's sponsorship.
I heard your phone go off. I thought that was your alarm that we had to wrap it up.
You got PTSD.
Oh wow, fire for that! Fire!
Up to the sponsors, man.
No,
But,
he would have ran in the room and kicked the door open.
Yeah, just pull the Ethernet cord.
Let me ask a question. What was it like recording there? Did you like it? You had fun?
I liked it.
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
forgot you did.
It's
I forgot you
cool,
were
but
there.
Oh, you were there, Sean. It was pretty cool, right, Sean?
Yeah, I actually liked it.
Yo, I forgot you was
You do feel
there,
pressure
bro.
though towards the end. You feel rushed though towards the end though.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah,
Feels
because
like
you got
you
the
gotta
next
And
pack
it
a
person.
lot
seems like
in
every
50
show.
minutes.
It seemed like every show we were just getting some good points going. I was like, damn, I gotta shut this down in 5 minutes. And then Mikey, then I was dreading hearing Mikey's comments in the message group, like, see, I don't know why we gotta.
Mikey, just to give you some context too, Mikey. just to give you some context, sometimes the conversations outside of the parking lot were sometimes a little more lit than like in the actual show because
Yeah,
we
when we
were
was in the parking lot, we had great conversations.
we had the flow going, and then we had to cut it short at 50. They were like, we still got like at least 10, 15, 20 minutes so we can talk more.
What do we got to do for Cheese? He need a new phone?
He needs a new everything.
We need to get him a new phone or get him a
First
webcam.
benefactor from our little account.
Yeah, once I
And
get
I need a
everything
new
done
mic.
here, we could he could be the first person.
Let's get Cheese going. First person.
I mean, we got to get you
Because,
going too, brother. You cut out like 6 times there. You got to get you.
I don't know why. It's never happened here before.
We want everybody to stop using a phone. Stop using a phone and use a computer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
With the
You're right.
webcam.
I'm not even going to argue.
We can go from there.
I'm not
Jeremy
gonna
can help
argue.
you. Jeremy knows what's going on.
I can hook you up too, bro. I'll help you out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
All right,
All right,
guys.
let's get predictions in.
Yep, get the score predictions in. Casey, you go first.
Oh, wow, that's fucked up.
Oh, Jeremy, 2-1.
Well, we can't draw, can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. It's a 2-leg, right?
Yep, 2-legged. Yep.
I'm gonna go.
Spain first.
I'm gonna go 2-2. Like a coward.
You think you're a coward? I'm going 2-1 Sociedad.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
We don't beat. We just don't.
Facts.
Damn. You're full of good news, aren't you, Sean?
I like it.
2-0 United, man. Fuck all of that.
Fire.
2-0 United, bro. It ain't no such thing as never.
All right, 2-1 United. Let's go for it. Let's do it.
Same.
Prove me wrong.
Bruno, 2 goals.
Let's get Razzie a goal, man. Come on, we need this. You're Razzie, baby. You're Razzie, baby. Let's go.
Hey, when Rasmus scores, he gonna be like, woo. He gonna be there like,
he better not cry. He better not cry.
He gonna cry.
Take off his shirt, act a fool, act like he's never scored before in his life.
He hasn't scored before in his life. It feels like it.
Not in 2025.
When was the last game he scored in?
It was last year, December.
That's a great trivia question. Sean, you know the answer to that?
Last time Rasmus scored?
When's the last time Garnacho scored?
About the same. Garnacho scored
November.
In January, but I think end of December, January. Rasmus hasn't scored in 18 games. To go back 18 games.
Wow, bro.
So you're talking
like,
7 in December.
It's like
5,
that Bodo
6
Glimt
in
thing.
January.
It might have been Europa, yeah.
Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he scored that header. The ball that came in, it was actually offside. I don't know why the ref didn't give it offside, but it was actually offside. Yeah, I think it was a European game.
It was November 28th.
Yeah,
yikes,
for Garnacho.
Oh, for Garnacho.
Yep, Bodo Glimt.
In November for Garnacho?
Yep.
I read that somewhere today too. I thought that was crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that's true though. He scored at Leicester 11-10. He scored at Brentford. Yep. He scored in September. He scored at Southampton. Yeah, Europa League. That seems like he hasn't scored since November.
Yeah, I know Rasmus is like 18, so just we could just go back to that. So.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? Because he's greedy as hell, but he's starting to learn to whip the crosses in and do that. So that's kind of his main objective there. But yeah, 2-0 United. Never going against United.
All right, so we've got everybody predictions in. Jeremy, you saying something?
2-1. I said 2-1. Yeah, same thing like Ronaldo.
Yeah, I'm going 2-2. Ronaldo's going 2-1. Sean picked us to lose. It's been another one of those StateSideReds shows, man. It's been fun. I feel a lot better after the show. We got a little laugh in. We talked about some stuff.
We got a new intro.
Yep. What's the name of that channel?
Shout out to the guys getting that in.
Real quick, I want to say something. thank you to Sean, all the work he's been doing. He's the one who got us linked up with the 1958. Big up, Sean, man. I'm glad I met you, and I brought you here. I brought you here to work with these bums.
That sure did. Bum squad. Bum squad.
Right, guys. Me and Casey will see you on Thursday. Casey, who's going to be on? Mr. Green?
Mikey.
Yeah, Mr. Green will be on Thursday for the first time. And then, hopefully we can get a win against Arsenal. We'll get some content out between now and Sunday. So, everyone else.
I sent some videos to the guys from Manny. I sent videos to the group.
Perfect.
I'm going to call you.
Definitely will do the protest. I'm definitely going to do the protest.
Listen, just take your phone and turn it sideways and record. That's all you got to do. Just hold it over your head and record.
I will. All right, guys. I'm excited. See you in Manny. This has been another one of those Casual Red shows. Make sure you check out the guys on Thursday. It's going to be a big show. Mr. Green will be on, like they said. I want to thank Mikey, Germ, Ronaldo, and, of course, Sean. Up the fucking Reds, guys.